excerpt was taken from a Full and Bloom interview with W.A.S.P guitarist Randy Piper. This is not part of the podcast. The interview was conducted almost 20 years ago, and the audio was transferred from cassette. You can listen to more old school clips with Randy and drummer Tony Richards at fullandbloom.com. Click the links in the description.
First question is like sort of a history of how you came into either meeting Blackie and formed Sister, because you were part of Sister, right?
I was.
You know who was in that lineup, like the other members?
I do. I don't remember the guitar player's name, and I've been asked this before. I'd have to look back in my records or something. I apologize to him or whatever, but I never met him. When I met Blackie, I met him at Starwood in Hollywood.
How did you meet him? Just walked up?
A mutual friend, actually. Yeah, a friend of mine that actually was from Yonkers, New York, and knew him, I guess, from New York or whatever. He was a friend of Ace's.
Oh, okay.
Both of them, Blackie and my friend Mike Solon, were both. And Mike ended up working for us in the early days of W.A.S.P or whatever. But he's the one that basically introduced us, and Blackie and I just got together and just started recording. And we were always like videotaping and started recording and stuff, and kind of put like Sister back together, which was Joey, Joe Polimo, and Jimmy Image. They were the original, the drummer and the bass player from Sister, and then Blackie. And so basically, Blackie always talks about Chris being in Sister and stuff. If you can see, and there's no pictures of Chris ever being in Sister. What I've got, and I don't think Blackie's too happy about it either, is I've got all the old videos and rehearsals, videos and everything. I had a studio in Buena Park.
That's what I heard. You had a rehearsal studio.
Yeah, and back then Exciter was there, which was Lynch and Mick Brown.
Right.
Knocking and stuff. They rehearsed there for a couple years. And so all these bands were going through while we went from Sister, and it turned into Circus Circus, and then after Circus Circus, it basically turned into W.A.S.P. But I've got all the old videos and stuff, and it was like when I was like building the studio and stuff, it was like, drywalled walls, you could see the tape and everything on them till all of a sudden it was carpeted, it was painted black, and it shows the progression in these videos. It shows the whole progression of the studio as well as the band itself, how it progressed from when I first started playing with Blackie through Sister and Circus Circus, and then the beginnings of W.A.S.P. And there's a lot of old, basically the beginning of like W.A.S.P. songs, like, I don't know, maybe, like Dr. Rocker, and I don't know, tons of songs, School Days, shit like that,
That's what I was going to say. So there were some songs that were Sister songs that bled into that.
Actually, there were more Circus Circus songs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but actually it was the same drummer and bass player for a while, and then we went through a ton of member changes also, till it basically turned into W.A.S.P. And the rest is history.
Didn't Nikki Sixx even use some Sister ideas?
Yeah, I believe he did. I mean, with the pentagram and all that was all.
And the white makeup? Did you guys wear white makeup?
I didn't at that time, but even previous to that. But as far as Nikki lighting himself on fire and stuff like that, I've got videos of Blackie doing it way before Nikki ever did it.
And then you guys had the pentagram and.
Yeah, that was part of Sister's logo. That was kind of Blackie's thing, that was way before Motley or anything,
Sure.
And Blackie gave him a lot of that stuff, I think. Nikki said, yeah, can I use this? And Blackie's like, sure, I'm not doing it anymore, Like, I don't know, Blackie used to eat worms and on fire, and I don't know if Nikki ever ate worms, I don't.
When W.A.S.P. sort of forms, it's you and Blackie and Tony Richards and then Rik Fox?
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Actually, we flew Rik out from, I think, New Jersey, and we played with him for a while. We did some recording and stuff, and then, I don't know, Rik was out, and this was before Tony. We had another drummer who I think was in a local kind of Orange County band or something, and actually what we did, we switched drummers. Their band took our drummer, and we took Tony.
Now, Tony wasn't he in like Dante Fox or something?
That was it. I think that was it.
Which turned into Great White or something?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, it's like everybody was just fucking everybody.
Do you know the reason why Rik Fox was kicked out?
I just don't know. I guess wasn't working or something. I don't know. We went in the studio or something, and I don't know. It just wasn't working out. And I guess we kept looking for a bass player. We tried a shitload of people or whatever, and then it ended up where Blackie he was playing guitar at that time. Blackie ended up playing bass. Then we recruited Chris Holmes. That's where Chris came in.
So that's like right after, so you guys, Rik Fox leaves the band, and then right after that, Chris Holmes comes in?
Well, pretty much Blackie went to bass, and I think then Chris came in, yeah.
Okay. Do you remember how you got in touch with Chris?
Well, Blackie did do a couple of songs with him in a studio at one time. I think that was like after Sister was over with or whatever. That's what I mean. He was never in Sister. Blackie kind of claims that he was or whatever, but like I said, there's no record to prove any of that. So I don't really know. All I know is he did play with Chris. That's how we knew to get a hold of him or whatever. Brought Chris in, and then, we just started from there. It was me and Tony and Chris and Blackie, and that was it.
And then who came up with the name W.A.S.P?
Well, actually, that was Rik. Go back to Rik. I don't know. Him and Blackie were out building fog machines one day or something, and a wasp landed on his hand or something. He said, fuck, that'd be a killer name for a band. Then Blackie stole it from him.
Yeah, it was a great name, man.
Well, the thing is I think Blackie put the periods in there, but it definitely was Rik's idea. And he's claimed that for years, and I have to back him up on that. You know what I mean? I know it to be true.
How long was Tony in the band? Did he do a complete tour of the self-titled record?
No, actually, he just, we toured before the album came out, before the first single, Fuck Like a Beast, and the album came out. We did a lot of tours. We'd take road trips to, like, Phoenix or San Francisco, San Diego.
Were you signed at this time?
Actually, we weren't. That's what basically got us signed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were just basically playing our asses off. We were playing the Troubadour maybe every 2 weeks. The Whiskey, we were constantly playing and constantly recording even then.
Yeah.
And, until we did get signed with Rod Smallwood, Mason's management.
Sure.
That, we got our deal with Capitol.
Oh, okay, so you signed on with management before you got the deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we got with Capitol, and once that was together, I don't know, Tony ended up, leaving, and we brought in Steve Riley, and then we went off to Europe.
But he did tour some, though, right?
Tony?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He toured after the record came out, or?
After the single came out, for sure.
Okay, so by the time the record comes out, he's gone.
Yeah, he was pretty much gone.
Wow. What was the reason? What happened?
I don't know, maybe personality differences between him and Blackie. I'm really not sure.
So it was really just Blackie getting rid of him again?
Well, I don't know. I really don't want to comment on it. Like I said, I don't know. Tony and I are still good friends. I love him as a person, and I love him as a musician.